Okay, so hello everyone. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be discussing something that all paraplegics, quadriplegics, whatever people that use a wheelchair and even in general, should be using. This is basically called a standing frame. So basically what it's used for is it's basically all in the name. It's a frame for standing. So basically what it does is mine's is just a basic kind of wooden one. You get electric ones that you just sit on a wee seat and then you strap yourself on it and then you just kind of push a button and it takes you up. This one's a bit more a bit more of a natural one, like one you would actually use your human, just your body kind of to basically manoeuvre yourself up instead of actually using any kind of any electric one, one that would plug in to basically the mains or whatever. Or I think something work from even a battery or something like that. But yeah, that's also from my experience. But I've never actually personally used one. I've just saw them and being used and such in rehab places. So this is just basically a wooden one. It's kind of consists of just a simple kind of foot blocking bit there. Also store some shoes under it as well. It's quite large, so it can be quite used for quite a lot of things, I suppose, because obviously it takes up a fair bit of room kind of within any room you probably put it in. But it also consists of these belts and basically some kind of bars at the side and such, and the other belts at the bottom. Basically, the belts at the bottom are for keeping the legs kind of straight and stops them from folding in the middle. That's if you don't have much control. If you actually have enough control, then you can kind of just lock your legs out and go in it, which I sometimes do because I like to practice sometimes just kind of using my muscles in my legs, which I can because I'm an incomplete injury. So I'm basically kind of just incomplete from kind of the legs down. So it's not really kind of it's not really any kind of it's not really a problem, to be honest with me. But this is the back waist belt, and that basically goes around the back of your waist and around your kind of butt region, and that kind of keeps you up and comfortable, and you can basically just kind of stand there, and it basically kind of keeps you up without you falling or anything. And it's also it's good for keeping you up without needing to kind of take breaks on a daily basis. Like if you hold yourself up, you didn't have this back belt, then you'd probably get quite tired because your arms would be holding you up, and that's basically it. So I'll show you me getting into the standing frame in a minute or so, but I'm firstly going to describe what the benefits of a standing frame are. So the benefits of a standing frame are basically to maintain kind of a stretch in the calves and many other areas, and also it's good for bone density. So that's the advantage for kind of the bones and all the muscles. But another thing is good for is basically kind of keeping keeping everything in your kind of stomach and up, basically your kind of abdomen region all kind of flowing at the same time. It keeps your digestion tract a bit more kind of upright for even just 30 to an hour a day. It doesn't even mean you need to spend that long in it, but I mean it's still something you should definitely have. So I'll demonstrate me getting into it just now, and hopefully that will kind of give you a further idea on how easy the thing actually is. So we're going to come forward, and for a start, it's actually also good for keeping or basically pulling your trousers up reasonably easily compared to some ways of doing it in the chair. It's extremely easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm firstly going to come up, and then so as you can see there, you can pull all your clothing up and sort it all out. It keeps you a bit more comfortable. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pass this belt around my back, and it's just a quick release thing. Basically, it's a wee kind of top bolt bit, and it's got a wee thinner bit at the bottom, and on the actual belt it's got like a thick bit and a thin bit, and it just kind of clips in, and it stays on there. At the end of this video I may show you an example of that. So this is me basically standing on it, and it's also good. It's really good for. It's definitely the best thing about it is for kind of just kind of keeping the bones dense and preventing any kind of any diseases or anything towards the bones in future life. It keeps your bones strong and all that, and it's also good for just kind of keeping the calf stretched. I've never really kind of thought about it kind of helping my digestive tract, but I think they do say that that's a definite, which is quite a kind of an obvious one, I suppose, because it's kind of cause you're actually standing up and everything. So that's that, and obviously you can let go and everything. That's basically kind of freestanding, and it's basically kind of it's very supportive with that belt and such. So I'm going to come down now, and that's basically it, and it's really easy to get in and out of on a daily basis. It's not really that hard. You shouldn't really wear big thick shoes into it. I don't know why I was wearing these thick shoes into this. You should normally take your shoes off for a standing frame, because it's kind of just getting your feet through the belts. It makes it a wee bit easier, and probably actually the main reason towards not wearing shoes on the way up is to basically stand up just with your shoes off, because it gets your feet into more of a natural stretch position. Because if you keep your feet in the right position, then it will stretch the calf much better. The key is to keep the foot flat all the time. See if the foot lies kind of flat like this, if it goes off to an angle out to the side, if it sort of slightly, if it sort of kind of angles out a wee bit, then it means obviously that your calves are very tight, and you need to get that flat, deliberately put it flat and press down on it to actually manage to get a good stretch. Just through your body weight should do the press, I suppose, enough. Shouldn't need any further. And also what you can do is get wee wedges at the front to keep your toes up, and that goes right underneath the foot, and it keeps the foot actually brings the foot further up towards your, like it brings the toes further facing towards you, so that you can actually get like a better stretch off it, like a much more kind of intense stretch. Because you really want to keep your calves nice and kind of loose, I suppose, for just kind of if you ever plan to sort of do rehab and get walking again, and if your calves kind of seize up, then it's going to take a hell of a job to try and get them stretched out again. As I've been told in the past, because I'm currently trying to rehab for walking and such, and I'm actually managing reasonably well with it, but obviously you've got to keep the calf stretching on the go, and also a stretch for in at the hip flexors. If you lean right back when you're in the frame, I probably wouldn't do it actually in the frame. I'd probably do that stretch just on a flat surface, just lie flat, and you will feel a good stretch on your thighs and your quadriceps and around your kind of hips and maybe your lower back. I feel it quite a lot in the lower back when I do that. But that's that, and it's a really simple concept. It doesn't take up too much room, but it can, I suppose, if you've not got a great sized room. It's something you may want to put in like a single room, or just keep away in like maybe a utility room or something that you might just use it on a daily basis, to the point of where you don't need it in your bedroom. You just kind of have it just kind of lying around in a separate room. But it's definitely something that you should definitely look into, because it's a big advantage. And if you're standing some other way at the moment, like just you've made your own standing frame, like I saw some guy on YouTube that made his own standing frame, and he stands up with it and he belts himself in, and I thought that's fair enough. But if you've not got great control of your legs and you're standing up in that, then it could be pretty dangerous. I do have quite a bit of control of my legs, as I said earlier, and as I say in quite a lot of my videos, because it's just some people don't understand spinal injuries at some times, or kind of go on about stuff, but that's basically that. And I hope you get a lot of this video. I actually made a standing frame video before, but I don't believe it was that long. I think it was kind of short and it wasn't great. I think I made it kind of middle of last year, kind of sometime. Middle to late last year, but I didn't get great kind of comments on it, so I've just remade the video, and hopefully that kind of covers most of the stuff. And that's that. Thanks a lot, and take care, and I'll speak to you all soon.